Florida's controversial approach to addressing labor shortages is drawing national attention as state officials consider sweeping changes to child labor laws. The proposed changes represent one of the most substantial rollbacks of youth labor protections in recent state history. The legislation under consideration would fundamentally transform existing protections for young workers in Florida. Current state law maintains important restrictions, prohibiting teenagers from working before 6:30 a.m. or after 11 p.m. However, the new bill would permit children as young as 14 to work overnight shifts, even during the academic year, when school attendance and adequate rest are crucial for educational success. This dramatic change has raised concerns among child welfare advocates and education specialists about the potential impact on academic performance and youth development. Governor Ron DeSantis has emerged as a prominent supporter of these changes, positioning them as a return to traditional American values and work ethics. During a recent panel discussion alongside former Trump administration border official Tom Homan, DeSantis articulated his vision for addressing labor shortages through youth employment rather than immigration. His notable quote, "Why do we say we need to import foreigners, even import them illegally, when, teenagers used to work at these resorts? College students should be able to do this stuff," reflects the administration's broader stance on immigration and labor policy. DeSantis further reinforced his position by drawing on personal experience, stating, "What's wrong with expecting our young people to be working part-time now? That's how it used to be when I was growing up." The push for these changes follows Florida's significant 2023 legislation requiring businesses with more than 25 employees to verify workers' immigration status through the federal E-Verify database. This requirement carries substantial penalties for non-compliance, with businesses facing $1,000 daily fines until they can prove their employees are legal residents. The strict enforcement has created notable workforce challenges across various sectors, particularly in industries that have historically relied heavily on immigrant labor, such as agriculture, hospitality, and construction. Florida's movement toward relaxed child labor restrictions didn't begin with this current proposal. In 2023, the state passed legislation allowing homeschooled teens aged 16 to 17 to work at any time of day, marking the first step in this policy direction. The newest proposed changes expand these allowances significantly, seeking to remove work time restrictions for homeschooled 14 and 15-year-olds and eliminate guaranteed meal breaks for 16 and 17-year-olds. These changes represent a substantial departure from decades of established labor protections for young workers. These policy shifts are occurring against a troubling backdrop of increasing child labor law violations. According to the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics, such violations in Florida have nearly tripled in recent years. This surge in violations raises serious concerns about workplace safety and the potential exploitation of young workers, particularly as the state considers further loosening protective regulations. The timing of these increases, coinciding with efforts to relax restrictions, has sparked debate about the potential consequences of reduced oversight. The situation exemplifies a complex intersection of immigration policy, labor market dynamics, and youth worker protections. Critics argue these changes could compromise educational opportunities and workplace safety for young workers, while supporters maintain they provide valuable work experience and address critical labor shortages. The outcome of this legislative effort could significantly impact Florida's workforce landscape and potentially influence similar policy discussions in other states facing comparable challenges. As the debate continues, the balance between economic needs and worker protections remains at the forefront of public discourse, with particular attention to the long-term implications for Florida's youth workforce.